this is Terry and welcome to Yarn Tales. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do basic crochet stitches to complete any beginner project. And the stitches that we'll be talking about today are the slip knot, the chain stitch, the single crochet, the half double crochet, and the double crochet. Today I'm going to start off with the slip knot. So the way that you create a slip knot is simple. You grab your yarn, you make a loop, you tuck through the bottom of the loop and you pull it. And this creates your slip knot. Now you're going to put your hook into that slip knot, and you should be able to just pull on that slip knot like so that it becomes snug around your hook. And once you have a slip knot on your hook, you can begin to do the most basic of all stitches, which is the chain stitch. And that's the beginning of most projects, is that chain stitch. So the way that you create a chain stitch is you're going to yarn over your hook and pull it through the loop. Yarn over, pull through the loop. Yarn over, pull through the loop. Yarn over, pull through the loop. Yarn over and pull through the loop. And you'll just continue to do this. And this stitch creates that chain. So if you look closely here, you can see that I have a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go ahead and do a chain of 20. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you can see chaining goes pretty quickly. This is what it looks like. Each one of these stitches, if you look closely, creates this V. And that's really important. That's kind of the anatomy of this chain stitch, is that V. So you've got this V, and then if you turn it over, you'll see that there are these humps in the back. Okay, so we can talk about the humps later. Today we're going to keep this simple, and we're going to move on to what we do once we have a chain. What are some stitches that we can do in this chain? So the next stitch I'm going to demonstrate for you is the single crochet. And the way you do the single crochet is that you're going to skip that first chain stitch and you're going to go into the back loop of the next chain stitch. So we're going to go into that back loop in that chain stitch. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. So you should have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Again, you're going to go into the back loop of that chain stitch, the next chain stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Again, going into that next back loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. All right, so I am going to continue on here so we can get a few of these stitches completed, and you can have a look at what this stitch looks like when it comes together. All right, so if you'll take a look at the stitch, you can see that it is short, not very tall. It's very close together. It creates a dense type of fabric if you're using the single crochet. And this is one of those basic stitches that's good to know how to do because it does show up in lots of beginner projects. So our next stitch is the half double crochet. And to create the half double crochet first, we're going to skip 2 chains and we're going to go into this 3rd chain and we're going to go into that back loop again. Okay, so you're going to first yarn over. So you're going to yarn over with this one. So you are carrying yarn on your hook before you go into that back loop. Then you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So you will have 1, 2, 3 loops. And you're going to pull through all 3 of those loops. Okay, this will take a little bit of practice, so don't worry, you'll get it. It's not complicated. It just requires some practice. So yarn over, go into the next back loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, and you should have 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through. All right. Again, yarn over before you go into that back loop of the next stitch. Go into it and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. All right, I'm going to do this again a few more times so you can get an idea of what these stitches look like when they're together, all together. Okay, and so if you take a look at this stitch, I'm going to pull the hook out here. You can see that this stitch is taller than the single crochet. It's a little bit looser. It has a little bit more texture. You can see more texture in it. There's a little more space between the stitches because it's a taller stitch. So this is your half double crochet. And the last stitch that I'm going to show you is called the double crochet. And the way that you create the double crochet is you're first going to skip stitches like we did with the other 2, but with double crochet you're going to skip 3 stitches. So here's that first one right below the loop, this first V. So that's 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go into this 4th chain stitch. So to do a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, go through that back loop of that 4th chain stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your chain. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops, and then yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops. And because you're pulling through one set of loops and another set of loops, that's why it's called the double crochet. So again, yarn over, go into the next back loop of the chain stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through that next back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, you'll have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Again, yarn over, go through that back loop of the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, you'll have 3, you're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm going to do this a few more times and then we will take a look at it so we can see how it looks in comparison. To the single crochet and the double crochet. The single crochet and the half double crochet. All right. So if you look at this double crochet, you'll see that it's much taller. The stitch is much taller. You can also see that there's a little bit of space between here. So this is a nice stitch if you want to create something that has a little more movement to it, is not such a tight weave. And it's an excellent stitch for beginner projects because it's much longer. As you're doing the stitch, it helps to create your project much faster. So it's a really nice stitch for those beginner projects. If you enjoyed this video about basic crochet stitches, hit the like button below. You can subscribe to my channel, and if you hit the bell, you'll receive notifications each time that I upload new content. Thanks so much for watching.